comes out, why is there an incubator in your closet? Like, I'm pretty sure that's normal. All my friends have incubators in their closet. So I haven't really been sharing a whole lot lately about our birds just because it's been kind of frustrating. But Daryl did move the coop yesterday. When I let Jerry out of her isolation, she never laid any eggs in isolation. As far as I can tell, she hasn't been laying. But today when I got home, I found out that all the other chickens were out and I couldn't find her, and she was in the nesting box. So that's a first in a very long time. I feel like she is on the mend, and we might be having some little Jerry eggs here soon. Since the freeze, however, we have had 0 eggs from my bald little friend. So I don't know what's going on with Willie. It just seems like that freeze really took a lot out of her. So I'm hoping soon we'll get eggs, but we have not had any since that time. And we have another freeze supposed to be heading our way Wednesday, Thursday of this week. So just in a couple days. With moving the coop, I'm interested in seeing how many eggs we actually get, because a lot of times when you change any of their environment, surroundings, sometimes it's just the smallest changes, you won't get eggs for a little bit. So I'm kind of nervous about that. The other thing with our bird situation is that I am supposed to be getting 24 of our chickens this week, 12 meat birds. I went on and got the Cornish cross meat birds. And then I'm also going to be getting 12 hens, layers, the bantams, the silkies, the little fun novelty ones that I've just wanted to have here for fun. When Paxton tells people we're getting chickens with the floof on their heads. That's how he explains it to people. So I'm super excited about those. So they all are supposed to come this week, probably about the time of the freeze, because I can't time anything more perfectly than that. So that's happening. We spent yesterday getting cleaning up around the barn, cleaning up around where the new fences have come up, and then getting the brooders ready. Ephraim spent part of the afternoon cleaning out the brooder and getting it ready for our new chicks. So I'll keep you up to date on that. One thing that I have not shared with you guys also is just the problem that I have where this year, because things were so poor growing last year, this year I tried to plant things early and with a lot of gusto, and in doing so I have too many plants that are too big, too fast, and here we are in the last week of February. I still have this week, next week, and the week after that before I'm going to put most of this out in the garden and trust that it might be okay. So I have been taking plants and selling them, sweet friends that have offered to buy them and put them in their greenhouse and just take care of them, because I am out of room. I am absolutely out of room in this room, in these grow lights. And so next year I'll wait probably a month before I plant. I'm using our dining room tables to hold lights up so that I have more space, because as you can see, some of these are actually starting to touch the lights, which is not what you want. So there's that. We have potatoes that are about to get put into feed sacks. We're gonna grow some potatoes in feed sacks this year. And a lot of these already need repotted. So next year I won't be using the 1-inch cells. I'll be using the 3-inch. These are more of the 3-inch. If I'm going to plant that early, and then I don't have to do the flipping and changing. And I'll look a little bit more for market, what I need to do to have some sales and plant sales in the marketplace. But I had not prepared for that this year. That was not in my plans whatsoever, but it looks like that's probably what's going to happen. So my husband never comes in my closet. We have different closets. He never comes in my closet ever. So I've been doing a little experiment with some of the chicken eggs that our chickens have laid. I'm assuming they're fertilized. We do have a rooster. He does get jiggy with it. So I just assumed we probably have some fertilized eggs. I would try this incubator out. I did get it secondhand before I put, $74 worth of eggs that I bought in for a school to hatch. I should make sure that this thing works. So of course, that was in a time when my chickens were being stingy with their eggs as well. So how about that guy comes in our bedroom last night and says, "Why does your closet door look crooked? It never looks like that." And he goes in there and he finds my chicken eggs. He comes out, "Why is there an incubator in your closet?" I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's normal. All my friends have incubators in their closet. So it's been a really sweet day. It has been a lot of fun with Paxton. A lot of days involved Legos and not wanting to go outside, and the weather was just perfect this afternoon. We had friends come over. My friend Jamie's husband, Matt, brought us over a tiller to work on the garden, on the new garden beds, just to help loosen that soil up a bit before we amend the beds. Basically, it's a clean slate garden, so we've got a lot of work to do, so I appreciate it. A little bit less of my shoulders and muscles having to go into that. Even if we just plant 1,000 or 2,000 square feet of that garden, it's so much more than what I've done in the past. I need that extra help, so I appreciate that. And he and his daughter came over and saw the cows and just talked to me about what they have going on their little homestead and what they're growing and kind of what their plans are. So it was nice to get to talk shop with someone who is just as new as I am at a lot of this, and we're learning as we go. As you see, my table is full of plants and books right now. Paxton and I went tonight, and this is not something we do all the time, but he wanted to eat ice cream on the mountain, which really he wanted to eat the ice cream on one of the hills. So we sat and had ice cream on the front porch and then went on a walk, and we started looking at the little ecosystems that are in our cow manure. And I know that sounds just delightful to people who already don't like to talk about poop, but we have a lot of manure here. And I joke with him that we struck gold. We found one that had so many baby grubs and big grubs in it. I just brought the whole thing. Which is normal to see me carrying a big cow patty. He's like, "This is a great patty, Mom." So I brought that up and put a little feed on it, and the chickens just went to town. And so they got some extra protein tonight. That's their ice cream on a hill.